Women trade like the British during colonialism. They'll give you a deal from hell and look you with a straight face and expect you to accept it. You can pay for all of my bills and in return, I'll let you take me on a date. What kind of deal is that?
Kings, he said it in one sentence. The British didn't come to trade, they came to take. And they packaged it as an arrangement. A man who knows his history recognizes the pattern. A man who knows his worth declines the deal. Read the contract before you sign anything, brother.
His money is my money. My money is my money. That's not selfish. That's the standard when you're with a real man. A provider doesn't see providing as a burden. He sees it as his role. And a woman who knows her worth doesn't apologize for it. She multiplies what he gives her. The wrong man will call this gold digging, and the right man will call this partnership.
Partnership, where one side keeps all their earnings and accesses the other side's freely. Kings, that is not partnership. That is a subscription service where only one person pays. The axe forgets, but the tree remembers. File this under information, not emotion, and move accordingly.
And I ain't gonna lie to you, nobody's ever finna make me feel bad for wanting a nigga that spend that shit, okay? It's a difference between having a nigga that got money and having a nigga that spend that shit. I need a shark, okay? Somebody that overly spends that shit. Never tells me no. I don't even tell myself no. So you think you finna come over here and tell me no? It's not happening. The fuck? I need an overly loaded spender. Send me your biggest spender. Need that. And y'all are never going to make me feel bad for wanting a nigga that spends that shit. I feel like I'm very deserving. I work very hard. I take care of all my own shit already. So if you're going to come around, you for sure going to be spending something. You got to make my life easier, okay? And if I'm not struggling by myself, I'm for damn sure not going to be struggling with your ass. I can't do shit with a little nigga. I can't do shit with a broke nigga. I need a spender. A shark, preferably, okay? I'm tired of fucking around with Nemo in them. I can't, I literally... I cannot. I have no more tolerance in me for anybody. All that, oh, you gotta wait till Friday. I don't even make myself wait till Friday. What the fuck are we even talking about? I need it now. Thank ya. And come fucked already too, because we ain't doing that.
She does not want a partner. She wants an account with no limit and no questions asked. Kings, a man who has built his finances with discipline, recognizes immediately what is being described here. Not love, not connection, a transaction with no return policy. As the African proverb says, do not set yourself on fire to keep someone else warm. Your bag is yours. Protect it like the asset it is.
How do you and your husband split finances?
We don't.
If
you want to work, all for that. But like any man that doesn't want to have a joint bank account or isn't being transparent with his account, that's a fucking red flag. His money is our money and my money is my money. I know so many girls in my life personally that have been with guys that weren't transparent about money, and they ended up being terrible in other aspects, and like people ended up breaking up in divorces. So that is actually my number one. They must be generous with their finances from day one. That means paying for the first date and everything. I know that it's rough out there, inflation. Like, I'm not saying to just like waste it on every single girl, but if a girl is special, you should be courting her properly.
Two women. Same philosophy. Different packaging. One called it standard. This one called it a red flag test. Kings, when the same terms keep appearing in different conversations, that is not a coincidence. That is a pattern. And a pattern is data. Data protects you.
I keep hearing this same stupid video from women. His money is my money and my money is my money. And it's not selfish. They're saying that's the standard. That's not the standard. That's not the standard anywhere. And it's definitely not the standard if you are a Bible-believing woman. That's the most selfish, idiotic thing that I've ever heard. And you guys wonder why you guys are single and alone and nobody wants to marry you. It's because you're saying stupid things, idiotic things. You guys forget that men think logically. How's that a win for him? So I'm going to kill myself and you're going to sit on all of your money and buy silly things from Amazon with it. You think men are going to be eager to sign up for a marriage with you? That's more than selfish. That's inhumane. That's ridiculous. We live in 2026. Women are out in the workplace just like men. Maybe back in the 1930s, 40s, and 50s, when it was mostly men in the workplace, that could go for something. A woman had bake sales or she had a small business on the side. But we're living in an era where the average house in the United States is over $400,000, and you talking about your money is your money and his money is your money. You out of your damn mind. That's why you guys are single, because you guys lack the intelligence to even understand a man.
He asked the only question that matters. How is this a win for him? And the silence that follows that question is the most honest answer in the room. Kings, a deal that only benefits one side is not a deal. It is a trap with good packaging. As the African proverb says, calm water does not mean there are no crocodiles. Stay alert, brothers. Keep watching Kings, because the next clip shows you what happens when even a relationship is too much to ask for.
I just want a man to spoil me all the time. I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't want to be your girlfriend. I don't want to be your sneaky link. I just want money from a dude. And let's not forget, men use women all the time for their bodies. They just want to hit it and quit it. They just want that cat, and then they're going to ghost you the next day, most likely. Some men won't even hit a girl up the next day to see if she's alive. I really just want to get money from men and just go about my day, and they can go about theirs. We don't have to talk at all. We don't have to date. We don't have to do the honeymoon phase. We don't have to do the lies. We don't have to do the cheating. Just give me the money, pay for what I want, and leave me alone.
No relationship, no commitment, no conversation, just the transfer. She packaged extraction as fairness and called it even. Kings, a man who knows his value, does not fund a lifestyle he is not part of. Not out of bitterness, out of basic self-respect. The African proverb says, a guest is like rain. When it stays too long, it becomes a burden. Know what you are inviting in.
How to find a man that pays. Step 1. Please be presentable. If we're looking for the money, we have to actually look like money. Whatever must be done, get it done. Hair, nails, make sure you have that shit on. I need my girls to look presentable. Step 2. Let's go somewhere nice. A country club, a restaurant, a bar, hell, even the grocery store. I need you to go somewhere pleasant. And you must do this alone. If you have a friend or friends with you, this will lessen your chances to find the man that pays. They may never approach, or you may not be the one they pick. So be grown and go solo. Step 3. Be approachable. Please don't be on your phone. Please make sure you have good posture. And make sure you appear welcoming. A nice smile usually does the trick. Be polite and nice to whoever approaches you, even if you don't want them. The man that pays is always watching. Happy hunting, or should I say, happy praying.
She said it herself at the end. Praying, not dating, not connecting, praying, with a strategy, a target location, and a dress code. Kings, a man who has built himself his finances, his discernment, his standards, is not prey. He is the one who reads the room before anyone else does. The African proverb says the wise do not sit and wait for good things. They rise and walk toward them. But they also know the difference between an opportunity and a trap.
I'm not cooking, I'm not cleaning, I'm not sucking, I'm not fucking, I'm not washing clothes and folding drawers and putting them in drawers. I'm not doing none of that shit. Unless he buys me my house in the hills overlooking the ocean in Malibu. He has invested into assets in my trust fund. I am written into his will. These niggas be scams. They want you to clean, cook, suck, fuck, fold they drawers, lay next to them while they snore, rub their receding hairlines, but mad when you ask for some money. When I be around a man, I don't do nothing. I be lazy. I'm thirsty. He gets up and gets my water. I'm hungry. He orders my food. I just stand by the car door. He opens it. How do I put my seat back? He reaches over and reclines my seat. Oh my God, I'm so cold. He covers me up. Yeah, make him work. He's a man. He's supposed to work. You just be feminine and receive.
Malibu House. trust fund written into the will before she lifts a finger. Kings, she did not describe a relationship. She described an acquisition strategy. And she called it being feminine. A queen brings something to the table. She does not just sit at it and order. The man who builds himself to a high standard deserves someone who matches that standard, not someone waiting to inherit it. As the African proverb says, rain does not fall on one roof alone. Real partnership is shared, not extracted.
Did y'all see the video of the wife in her car crying because her husband is a good man, right? He does everything for her. But it's just so draining to have to consider someone every day. Imagine being a man, a husband. He's supposed to be the pinnacle of your life, the ultimate title. Being a provider, a protector, basically giving everything for the woman that you love. And she gets on the internet crying, telling the world she's drained from having to consider you. And then in the comments, there are other married women. You know what the pinnacle of insanity was in that comments? There was one woman in the comments, and this basically summed it all up. She says, even a good man is draining. When I tell y'all, this is why my content is always defending and protecting black men, because you can be on your best behavior. You can be doing everything society tells you that you're doing. And your woman will unprovoked get on the internet as if she is living the oppression Olympics of World War III, embarrassing the hell out you, looking for confirmation bias, and she will find a harem and a group of other women who are just as deranged and delusional as her. Be safe out here, fellas.
He does everything. Provides, protects, shows up every single day, and she gets online to tell the world how exhausting he is. Brothers, this is the most important clip in this video. This is what the finish line looks like when the foundation was wrong from the beginning. As the African proverb says, when you befriend a chief, remember that the chair you are sitting on is not yours. A king who chooses his partner with discernment never ends up being someone's burden on the internet. Choose carefully. The decision made in a good feeling is the contract lived inside for years.
My man is 23 and I want him to pay all my bills because I'm looking for a provider.
Your man is what? Social media have some of y'all living in a fantasy. Your man just got old enough to legally rent a car and you expected him to fund your entire lifestyle? Come on now. Everybody keeps saying, I'm looking for a provider. Okay, but are you looking at where he is in life? Or are you comparing him to a 38-year-old entrepreneur on Instagram? At 23, a lot of people are still figuring out their career, paying off debt, building skills, trying to increase their income, trying to become the man that they will be at 30. Stop expecting finished results from somebody who's still in the building phase. And now before the comments start, can there be 23-year-olds making millions? Absolutely. I've met them. I'm 22 and I've made millions. But they are the exception, not the expectation. The better question is he responsible? Is he ambitious? Does he keep his word? Is he growing every year? Does he have a plan? Because I'd rather build with a man who's going somewhere than chase a man who's already there that has no intention on taking me seriously. Social media got some of y'all skipping over good men because they haven't reached their peak yet. Meanwhile, you waiting on a finished product while ignoring somebody who's actually becoming one? There's nothing wrong with wanting a provider, okay? Just make sure that you are measuring potential, character, and direction, and not comparing every 23-year-old to the top 1% of the internet.
Kings, respect where it is due. She said something worth keeping. Character, direction, growth. These matter more than a current bank balance. A man in the building phase who keeps his word, stays ambitious, and shows up consistently that man is the investment. And a woman wise enough to see that is the kind worth building with. The forest would be silent if no bird sang except the one that sang best. Keep building, King. The right eyes will recognize what you are becoming. And if you are building that life right now, this channel was made for you. Hit subscribe and stay in the room with men who are moving with purpose.
Y'all, and to be honest, like, I don't even want to work. Like, I don't, bro, like, people ask me, what's my dream career? Like, what do I want to do? Bitch, I don't want to do nothing. Like, y'all, I just want money. Like, I don't want to work. Like, I don't want to, like, study. I don't want, like, what? Like, I just want to, like, I just want purses and shoes, and I want to go to Miami. But, like, y'all, I don't want to work. Like, that shit's, I don't want to work, y'all.
We close here, and we close simply. She told you everything you need to know in 30 seconds. No ambition, no direction, no contribution, just consumption. A king who is building his life, his finances, his skills, his purpose, looks at this and feels nothing but clarity. As the African proverb says, knowledge is like a garden. If it's not cultivated, it cannot be harvested. Build your garden, king, guard it, and only open the gate for someone who comes with seeds, not just an appetite. Give this video a thumbs up and share it with a man who needs to hear this. Subscribe and hit the notifications bell to stay updated. Thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one.